Hello, all my beautiful sisters from those other misters. Welcome to another episode of Monitoring My Beauty Purchases. If you can hear rain, I'm very sorry. It's raining. That's a thing that happens. But it is the first day of spring. So if we could stop that and have some more sunshine, that would be great. However, we did have a beautiful sunny day today, so I can't really complain. And the plants need the water, so that's fair. So I'm going to be talking about things that I purchased in August. This is sort of my way of keeping track of what I'm buying and why I'm buying it, and hopefully being able to see when I'm out of control. And I actually have quite a few things here. So, yeah, let's just take a look. I have two palettes here. And I have to be honest, they're not the only palettes that I purchased this month. They're both from Colourpop. I've got Honey and Orange You Glad. I really like these little sort of capsule color palettes. They're just cute. And I think for the price, they're quite good value. So the yellow and the orange really they're so pretty. I must own them. So that is Honey, and it's fucking pretty. And Orange You Glad is an orange version. I love the red one. What's it called? Can't remember. Oh God, isn't that just gorgeous? I haven't even played with these yet. I'm excited to get into them. Yeah, I love the red one. I had the blue one, but I've donated that to potentially an episode of the Makeup Breakup, or maybe an ASMR video or something like that. I'm just not going to use it. I'm not going to use it. I think it's really pretty, but I don't wear blue eyeshadow, so there's no point in me owning it. However, the orange and the yellow, really gorgeous, spoke to me. I wanted to own them, fairly affordable. I did order a custom palette from Colourpop. It hasn't arrived yet though. That's annoying. But there were two other things that I ordered from Colourpop. Both Super Shock shadows, both red shades. So I got Baby Talk and I got Cuteologist. I should swatch these. I should swatch them and see if they're actually within red families. Why is there a thing on there? Oh God. Everything's disgusting. Alright, so this one is Cuteologist, and you can see a little bit of what that looks like there. This one looks like it's going to be more of a reddy, orangey. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, so it's more orange. It's not quite red, which is what I was going for, but that's alright. It's still a beautiful warm shade, and I will use it. And the other one is Baby Talk. This one looks more red, but in person I feel like it looks quite raspberry. Yeah, a little bit raspberry. Definitely red in comparison to Cuteologist, but I definitely think it has a hell of a lot of pink tones in it. And look, some people consider pink a light red. I just consider it pink. So to me, that's not quite a red, but you win some, you lose some. Actually, speaking of winning and losing, if we go back to, I think, was it the very first episode of this series that I did this year, or maybe the second one, I don't remember, but I went to the Estee Lauder corporate store in Melbourne and I picked up some MAC brow products, thinking that they were my all-time favorite MAC brow products. Turns out they weren't. They were the new version that has like a felt tip and then a powder at the end. Well, I went back to the corporate store and lo and behold, they have my faves. These are the MAC eyebrows. They only had them in the shade Fling, which is the lightest shade that I use. I also like the shade Lingering. I like to use both of them to create like the perfect brow for me. But I picked up 3 of them. I'm so excited. These are the super fine tip brow pencil type products. Don't roll it up too much because you'll break it. So there's a swatch there. They were $8 each, I believe. So I stocked up. I grabbed 3. Lucky me. Finally, I got them. I did pick up a couple of other things from the corporate store. I got a Luxe Liquid Lip High Shine from Bobbi Brown. This is in the shade Red the News. So there it is. It is a red, but it has some... I don't even know. It's not like it's not a blue based red. I feel like it's got some orange and pink in it, which is really strange because orange will make it warm and pink will make it more cool toned, but then that sort of neutrals it out. But it's not just a typical blue toned red. It's interesting. It's subtle, but it's interesting. I have tried these high shine lips from Bobbi Brown. I do enjoy them, so I figured why not? Why not? My last purchase from the corporate store. I feel like every time I go to the corporate store, I walk away with something extremely luxe that I didn't need, but I had to own. Usually it's a Jo Malone perfume or something from Tom Ford. And I got another Tom Ford goodie. It's a brush. This is actually a Shade and Illuminate brush. It was $72. Now this is a synthetic hairbrush. Usually, you know, some of you will know, I love me a Luxe brush, but I usually only spend the money if it is a natural hairbrush, because I feel like if you're going to spend ridiculous amounts of money on a brush, it should be for a reason. This was just I want to leave the corporate store with something luxe. So that was my reason for this. But this is basically, it's like a large concealer brush or a small foundation paddle brush. It's interesting. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, to be honest, but I was intrigued, so I thought, let's give it a go. Don't own anything quite like this, so it's kind of squared off at the tip, but then very, very thin. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I don't know, but I like the idea of it, and I love experimenting with new brushes, so there we go. I'm going to give that a play. Hopefully I find a way to use it that justifies its price tag. In July and August, I was really struggling with my skin. Bad acne stuff. I've seen a dermatologist for it and it's under control now, but I was kind of, I was struggling with skincare products and sunscreen, really struggling with sunscreen. I did buy a couple this month. I'm not going to mention them in this video because they're not staying in my stash. I'm getting rid of them. They break me out. It's a thing. I also brought some like CeraVe cleansers and moisturizers, and again, my skin actually really doesn't like them, so they probably won't be staying in my stash. The moisturizers I might use as body products, but I'm not going to mention them in this video because they were sort of purchased out of desperation to like help my skin. But there was a makeup item that I purchased that was sort of sparked by like my skin being in a bad place. It's the Roche Posay Toleraine Corrective Liquid Foundation. So there we go. I got the shade 11 Light Beige. I should open this. So it comes in a tube like that, and I tried this in store and I was pretty, oh, nice little tip. I was pretty impressed with it. The color range was pretty shit, and even for someone with me who has like just normal, very easy to color match, I struggled a little bit, but I did like the look of the coverage of this and how it sat on the skin. It's oxidizing already. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Anyway, we'll see how we go with that. I might try and give it a go later this week and see how I like it. If I don't like it, you can go to someone else. Last things, I've got 2 lip products. One was the Revlon Kiss Glow Lip Oil. I actually purchased this in July, but I didn't use it because we were going to plan, or we were planning on God, the words, come on, mouth. We were planning on filming an episode of the Makeup Breakup with this product, so didn't use it, so it was nice and new. But basically, it's one of Revlon's new lip products. It is like a lip oil, a tinted lip oil. These are nice. There you go. You can kind of see it. Looks a bit streaky, but when it goes on the lips, it's actually lovely. I don't think it's particularly hydrating or anything like that. So if you've got dry lips and you're looking for something that's going to be comfortable and easy to wear with a pretty tint, but also hydrating and like improving the quality of your lips, not going to happen. But if you've got normal lips and you want something that's easy to wear and gonna offer a little like tint and some shine and stuff, then it's a nice product. They also smell amazing, and they do this weird thing where it creates a static electric charge and it sucks the product back into the tube. You probably won't be able to see it from here, but there's an episode of the Makeup Breakup on it, and I'll link that down below and I think up there. So if you want to go and see it, you can. But fun product. Made me think I was going crazy. Turns out I wasn't. I was completely sane. It was just a very interesting little product. And I like it. It's nice. Another lip product. So last month I talked about some of these from Lipstick Queen. They are the rear view mirror lipsticks. I had my eye... You be quiet, computer. Don't make me mute you. So I purchased... Good. I purchased 2 last month. And this was another shade that I was sort of tossing up, like, do I want this or don't I? The reason I didn't buy this one in store on the day was because I thought it was going to be too light. And I was like, no, I'll get the other nude, which is a bit deeper. Maybe, let me see if I can find them. Okay, I've got them here, and I'll swatch them just so you can, I mean, the red, I'm not going to compare the red, but... the nudes, you'll get an idea. So this was the nude that I picked up on the day, and that is called Joyride Java, and that's the red that I picked up last month. Anyway, I thought looking at this guy compared to this guy that it would be too light for me, but when I used Joyride Java on my lips, I was like, this is actually really beautiful deep nude. I could probably totally get away with this guy. Then I got an email from Mecca, and they were like, hey, it's the last day to pick up your beauty loop box, so if you want it, come down and get it. And I was like, I'm not going to the shops. I'm not going to the bloody shops. I'm not putting on pants for this. So I jumped on their website and I purchased that's now on the ground, and I also got my beauty loop box. So that was sort of a purchase that I didn't need to make, but I'm not sad that I made, and it was a purchase of convenience, shall we call it. And the last thing that I have here to show you is the Marc Jacobs Fineliner Ultra Skinny Eye Crayon in the shade Fine Wine. So we were in Sephora the other day, and I spotted this, and I was like, why don't I already own that? I believe it's a new shade, so I picked it up. It is, I don't know, can you guess? Can you guess? It's red. It is a dark blackened red. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. I love these fine liners from Marc Jacobs. I've purchased 4 this year, I think. And if they bring out more shades that I like, I'm totally going to buy them as well. The Marc Jacobs formula, I don't know, we just get along really well. It just wears beautifully on me. I particularly like these ones for like applying under the eye, which is what I've done with this today. Apply it along the lower lash line and then blend it out with a small brush. When it comes to like wearing stuff on my waterline or my tight line, I still really like the Marc Jacobs formula, but I prefer their standard pencils. Yeah, so anyway, I got that one, and I think it's a no-brainer why I wanted to add that to my stash. Now, like I said, there were some other things that I purchased in August. The Colourpop palette, and I feel like... Oh, that's right. There was a Colourpop palette, and I also ordered the Scorpio pigment. I think that's all I got, but they haven't arrived yet, and I don't know why, because I ordered them at the exact same time that I ordered this stuff. So Colourpop, hurry up, please and thank you. I also purchased the Sugar Pill Fun Size palette, and I don't know what the hell is taking them so long to get here, but it's not bloody here yet, which is even more annoying. But I do know, I think it's meant to be delivered like later this week, so we'll talk about that in September, I suppose. I'm pretty happy with everything that I purchased this month. It's one of those things where, like, I look at these Colourpop guys and I'm like, look, if I'd been able to swatch them in store, I wouldn't have bothered purchasing them because they're not actually what I'm looking for in terms of colours. I do think they're pretty, don't get me wrong, but I could have definitely lived without them if I'd been more aware of actually what they look like. And I think, you know, whenever I'm ordering stuff like this off Colourpop, I go and I look at swatches and I'm comparing swatches and I'm trying to find them in like different lighting conditions and all that stuff. And I feel like it always just doesn't work out the way you think it's going to. I always think it's going to look a particular way and it's far from the case. So that probably says a lot for why I hadn't purchased Colourpop Super Shock shadows in a long time. I do think they're pretty though, so, you know, and I'm not going to send them back. I don't even think Colourpop take returns, but I'll use them, I'll play with them, and if I get tired of them, I'll pass them on to a friend. But everything else I'm really happy with. I'm so glad that I got some of these MAC eyebrows, because now I can use the ones that I already had opened without being like, no, I don't want to pay full price for these bastard things, because I don't, because they're bloody expensive. MAC need to sort out their pricing in Australia. It offends me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. The rain stopped. Isn't that nice of it to stop right when I finish filming? Good job, Melbourne. Let me know about your purchases this month. Did you buy anything that, you know, you're really excited to own, or anything that maybe fell a bit flat, maybe wasn't quite what you expected it to be? Let me know how you're going with your purchases this year, whether you're doing, you know, like a low buy, maybe you're doing a no buy. Let me know if you are still going well with that, or if you're just doing a bit more mindful purchasing, or if you're just buying whatever the hell you want, because let's face it, we've all been there, and sometimes it's a nice way to live if you can afford it. Anyway, guys, like I said, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.